Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Don't miss out on our comic book creator interviews, including our monthly Chichester chats with comic book legend DG Chichester, superhero movie brackets in our search for the worst comic book movie of all time, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
This is Lilith Hellfire, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics Summer of 69.
In brightest day,
in blackest night,
No evil shall escape my sight.
but those who worship evil's might.
beware my power.
Green Lantern's light.
That's right. Welcome back, kids, to Sector 2814, the Green Lantern podcast, and the very first episode of any of our shows. We begin Summer of 69 right here.
We are the Trailblazers.
And I think we close it out, too, at the end of the month. Woo! I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is Master of the Court.
I am Will. Hey, everyone.
Woo! Yeah, since we get 5 episodes, yes, I believe, we close it out, too.
We are the trendsetters.
Because July 1st falls on a Friday. Woo! And for those of you living under a rock or watching us for the first time, yes, Summer of 69, pretty much everything Capes and Lunatics in July is going to be, might have to deal with 1969 comics, so.
Get some goofy Hal Jordan stories this week.
Oh, yeah. Those thrilling adventures of an insurance adjuster. I'm like, oh, that's this time. Okay.
Yeah, it was a different time, wasn't it, Phil? A very different time.
Well, we'll get there. But I was reading an article today. I think it was what's his face? They were talking about the Green Lantern HBO Max series. And I guess still no set date, but it was saying something like, oh yeah, it should be coming like sometime in 2023. So.
Okay, well that's at least sort of a date.
Sort of, yeah.
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild will be out sometime in 2023.
Yeah.
4 years after its trailer. Right. Or was it 3 years after the trailer? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah. So trailer. I mean, again, I was looking for answers, but there it was just like, yeah, sometime in 2023. So I was like, okay.
Yeah, and I still can't figure out where I read it, but I think I read that the Alan Scott stuff will happen in the 40s. The Guy Gardner stuff will happen in the 80s. And then the I think it's Jessica Cruz and Simon, right? Or is it just Simon?
That makes sense. I think so because we're not doing Hal, we're not doing John. I don't think Cal's even in there.
And I think they were going to be in the present, but I can't find that, so I could just be making it up. I could have just imagined it.
I mean, it makes sense because if we're not doing Hal, John, or Cal, we're gonna have to. We need bodies to round out the cast. So yeah. Oh, and that makes sense too. That makes sense too. I wonder if they're gonna do flashbacks or what, because that way Alan Scott's not the same age as everyone else, or.
I'm cautiously hopeful.
I wonder with that Alan Scott, are we going to hint around that Justice Society, or even with Guy, if we're going to hint around that any like that Justice League International stuff, or
didn't we get? I didn't watch the full trailer for Black Adam, but wasn't there?
I still haven't watched
some quick snips of the Justice Society in that, from what I read, there was.
Yeah, because I think they're doing some kind of like comic tie-ins like this summer or something. Yeah, they're like Hawkman's in there. What is it, Dr. Fate? Yeah, there's some JSA and Black Adam.
And Hawkman is he's a really, really good actor. He was on Leverage. Can't remember his name, but he's gonna be. I'll watch him in about anything. He's a really good actor, and I'm a big fan from Leverage. So,
and they actually got a person of color to play an Egyptian.
This is my shock today. Actually, that is shocking. It really is shocking.
Oh yeah, in Hollywood, that's shocking, but that's the way it should be. But yes. So yeah. I'm sure you didn't get your copy yet, but Hal Jordan did show up a little bit in Dark Crisis #1.
Oh, okay. What's give me the quick and dirty, man. Is it pretty awesome?
Yeah, it's a lot of setup. Like the first couple pages are the same pages from like the Free Comic Book Day issue. Like, it was like Dick Grayson giving the Justice League's eulogy and stuff. And then like when John Kent and Wally are fighting like Cobra, like Hal shows up and he's like, "Where's the Justice League?"
You missed it.
I know. But then like Black Adam's telling them all, what happened to the Justice League, and like Hal's even like, he's like, "Why are we taking Black Adam's word for this?" He's like, "He's tried to kill us how many times?" He's like, "Why are we taking his word for this?" But then they show like, they've gone to like Dr. Fate and like a bunch of scientists. Everyone's like trying to figure out if the story's true, but no one can find the Justice League. So
Gotcha.
and then John
This came in.
Oh, nice. The trade.
Invictus. Yeah, it looks like it just does the first 4, so I'm guessing the next trade does, it does the Future State 1 and 2. So it does 6 issues. So I'm hoping the second one does 8 issues then, because it'll finish out that run, to give you 12.
Maybe. Unless they do 4, 4, and 4 and throw something else in there to. But I don't know what else you throw in there.
I don't know what else.
There's an annual somewhere at some point. There
is an annual. Was that? I don't. Because I think that was.
Oh, is it in that one? Because I was going to say, I wonder if they were going to do like 5 through whatever and throw an annual in there.
For Future State, Green Lantern 1 and 2, Green Lantern 1 through 4. Nope, annual's not in here, so it'll probably
maybe in volume 2.
One.
Maybe it'll be yeah. And then the only other Green Lantern we kind of get is John Kent's trying to put together a Justice League, so he's going around asking everybody, and then like we get Joe like in a fight. She's like, "I'm a little busy right now."
Fighting a Manhunter? I didn't know the Manhunter was a thing.
Yeah. Yep. But so yeah, John Kent kind of puts together a Justice League, but there's no Green Lanterns on it. So.
Oh, okay. No Green Lanterns.
No. You get 2 Blue Beetles, but no Green Lantern.
Oh, we get Ted Cord and the new one. Awesome.
Yep, and Booster Gold, Killer Frost, Harley Quinn, of course.
Of course.
And of course, John asks his good friend Damian.
And
Black Adam's like, "This isn't a Justice League. The world needs capable protectors, not children." And then, of course, I spoke of this yesterday on Nightwing News. We see how we're going to get that Nightwing Deathstroke fight next issue, because Slade Wilson leads like a army of supervillains against Titan's Tower.
Oh wow! Okay.
Because it's kind of like they in the caption they're just like, yeah, it was always known, like, back in the day, if you went at the Titans, the Justice League would be on your case. But they're like, hey, the Justice League's dead now, so.
Let's do this.
And then pretty close to the end, yes, we get a whole cliffhanger. Slade Wilson puts a gun to Beast Boy's head, and we just see a bang. So, I'm sure they're not going to kill Beast Boy, but he's probably going to be gravely injured. So
for a while, yeah.
There's our motivation for Nightwing to kick the crap out of Deathstroke next issue.
As if he needed even more.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just waiting for it. I'm just waiting for him. Like, I've been holding back all these years.
I am the Knight. I am Batman. Whoops, Nightwing.
I'm waiting for the speech. It's like, you thought you had to worry about Batman all these years? Let's wait.
Oh, awesome. Well, I went ahead and I've subscribed to the rest of Dark Crisis, so
yes.
I'll pick me up a #1 shortly. And
I probably mentioned it before, but and I'll let you know, because I collect the Flash series. There was at least one cover for the other. I think 3 of the Flash issues are tie-ins too. There's one with like Wally.
Aren't they in chains? I think we saw. You think that I saw that in that article that you sent?
Yes. Yeah. So there's at least one where Hal's going to be in Wally's book. So.
Gotcha.
So I'll let you know. So yeah, even though there's no current Green Lantern series, yeah, Hal's going to be popping up, I guess. So.
Yeah, and hopefully getting a new series at some point, or the rest of the core. I mean,
again, I guess they're waiting for January, but I don't know why they can't start it now, because a lot of the ongoing books are just like ignoring Dark Crisis, it seems.
Yeah, and I get John Stewart. I like John Stewart a lot, and I get him being, in the dark sectors, cut off. But does that mean rings work there or rings don't work there now?
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, because if we're talking, call me strange, because it's certainly been said.
Yes, Steven.
I like my Green Lantern books to have, actual Green Lanterns
Rings,
with rings.
working Green Lantern rings.
That's just me. I'm probably weird. I mean, I certainly am weird, but yeah.
Because even when we cut off Quasar's hands, we still gave him stuff to do. So
exactly, yeah. I mean, yeah, and the quantum band still got used too. So
exactly,
not the best example, but still, we're gonna go with it. It works. It works.
See you later, funky.
So yeah, I'm hoping we get some, Green Lantern action. And there was I haven't had a chance to watch it. There was a YouTube video posted a couple of weeks ago about kind of discussing the reboot of the Green Lanterns and what it means. Because now, there is no central battery. There's this central thing.
Yeah.
And you get close to, are people still chosen? Or do you have to go to OA and then get chosen? Or, how does it all work at this point? We have no clue at this. We don't know.
At this point, it's just like, yeah. Well, don't the rings fly out and like pick people and
That was that's the way it used to be.
Yeah.
You have great rage in your heart. Welcome to the Red Lantern Corps. Or you have the ability to instill great fear. You're welcome to Sinestro Corps. But it didn't really work that way. Just after the battle, because Hal was there, and then his original ring came back, which I think I don't know a lot of people or not, but I like the fact that he has just a normal standard issue ring and not this thing that he can do with, that nobody else can do, because in my mind, what makes him great is he's got the same gear as everybody else. He's just able to use it better than everybody else. And I like that.
And he's a normal guy. Yeah.
But I really, really enjoyed the Pingawir story that Grant Morrison did in season 1. I thought that was a pretty fun little thing. And then he also had his power ring exhibit a little bit of I think the technical term is sass. Later in the run, which I thought was kind of cool too. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of cool, but
But I mean, those rings have to be picking, when one gets killed, to picking new bears. Because I mean, can you imagine the paperwork? I mean, it used to be 3,600 Green Lanterns. Now we're doing what, 2? They were doing 2 lanterns per sector for a while. So that, then we were up to 7,200. Yeah, it's like, okay.
Well, I think in Jeff Thorne's, the writer of this volume of Green Lantern, I think in his Patreon he does kind of some notes on every issue, which are really interesting to read because he had some guidelines come from editorial. This is what we would like to see happen. Get rid of the central power battery, blah blah blah. And one of the things is they wanted to drastically reduce the number of lanterns. And I don't really understand that. I mean, if you send them all out into the universe is a really, really big place. Okay. I mean,
do they want to give them a bigger challenge, or is it just like, oh, anyone coming on Green Lantern, we don't want them to have to memorize, how many net lanterns have we named? We don't need them to remember 150 lanterns or.
I mean, I get it, but we're going to have the whole Corps come together. That should happen very rarely because guess what? It's going to take a lot of them a long time to get back. I mean, Jo was out in Far Sector. It took her a long time to get back, just in time for the festivities.
Well, or is that going to be the next arc where we're going to do like again, we blew up the battery. We're going to do the other 90s trope where it's like, oh, we're going to have to go out and recruit a bunch of new Green Lanterns.
Which is, I don't know if, I still haven't, I've got to catch up on my reading because I know that Mogo was killed by John in War of the Green Lanterns, but then he's back later. So there's that whole chunk, New 52. And Rebirth, I don't really know kind of what happened
Well,
there.
again, he was always also inert after Emerald Twilight too. So
Exactly, yeah. But I have to make a comment about the Wrath of the First Lantern. Sorry. Because we just saw him in these issues from 1969.
yeah. Oh yeah, that backup.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that backup story, which, okay. Cool. We'll get to that. Yeah, sorry.
I was gonna say. Do you want to jump into those?
Let's jump into it, man. Here's what I read them in. Dun dun dun.
Nice.
Volume
I have one. I have like a black and white showcase. Reprint.
Presents. I think.
Yeah.
Showcase presents. Yeah.
I have like an earlier version. Yeah, I can't remember if I have the ones with these. If I've read these, it's probably been at least 10 years since I've read these. But I did. But they are also on the DC Universe Infinite app.
I don't think I'd ever read these actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But you know what?
I'm trying to remember. If I did, it's been at least 10 years.
I think if I ever get a power ring, I'm going to go to the year 5307 or 5308 or 57 or whatever that was. I can't even remember at this point. And just like hang, just hang.
Hal Jordan will go to any lengths to meet women, kids, man. You're traveling to the future.
That's right.
All right. So, yes, tonight's the start off your summer of 69. We're going to be covering Green Lantern 66 and 67. So,
woo-hoo. Does that mean we get Lilith on here for the next episode?
Oh, I'll try. Yeah.
I mean, it's an issue 69 in the summer of 69.
I know. Full power, kids.
Almost a trifecta, right?
her power be at her fullest. Me and her were recording on Thursday. Remember, it was June 9th. It was Lilith Hellfire Day. Yeah.
Lilith Hellfire Day. That's right. I remember seeing the posts in the group on that.
That's right, kids. Every June 9th, kids, make sure you leave out alcohol for Florida woman. All right, so yeah, Green Lantern Volume 2, number 66. We're already on Volume 2.
Yeah, woohoo!
Of course, January 1969. 5708 AD, a nice year to visit, but I wouldn't want to live then. Writer John Broom, penciler Mike Sagowski, inker Joe Galella, and editor Julius Schwartz.
Yeah, so Broom, one of the co-creators of Green Lantern, Silver Age Green Lantern, Hal Jordan. Mike Sakowski was a long-time Justice League artist, so I think he was on that book for many, many years.
So he had some experience penciling Hal.
Exactly. And as I was flipping through this, I went, "Oh, here's number 59. This is the first appearance of Guy Gardner." No, we're gonna go to 66.
So close. We're so close. All right. While traveling the American Northwest while on assignment for the Evergreen Insurance Company. Yeah, kids, you think you got excitement when he was a test pilot? We selling insurance now, kids.
That is so lame.
So this is even worse than selling toys, right?
Yeah, I think it is. I mean,
at least you can have some fun with the toys, It's just.
But insurance companies are generally evil, so.
Oh. Yeah. That's at Walred. We would love any insurance companies to sponsor us. All right. Hal Jordan checks into a hotel for the night. With things, so he was in a hotel for the second one. So is he just like traveling around, like staying in hotel rooms and stuff?
I think so. I mean, it was, yeah.
So I thought he was like staying around Evergreen City.
Which is another mythical DC created city.
I know, it's basically Coast City. Go F yourself.
Evergreen City, is that Portland? Maybe, I don't know.
Maybe, sounds like it. But yeah, it's like, oh yeah, Coast City. They're on
Seattle. I don't know.
And like they don't show up in these issues, so it's like, did we kind of like write Carol and Tom in it, like all his supporting cast out of these issues? Then
I guess I don't remember exactly when he went to
yeah,
the dark side and joined
yeah.
an insurance company. I mean,
And then and then they wonder why the sales are down. A more boring job. We got rid of the supporting cast.
And he's an insurance adjuster. Okay, cool. Okay, whatever.
Yeah, it's so exciting. We don't even see him do his day. At least in these 2 issues, we don't see him do the day job.
Yeah.
With things quiet in his own era, I love it. He's like, yeah, there's nothing going on. The Guardians aren't gonna. Don't the Guardians just like drop in at a moment's notice? It's like, how do you know they're not going to drop in like 15 minutes and be like, Green Lantern Sector 2814. Yeah, you're needed. He just needed to get to that future.
Apparently.
So yeah, things are quiet in his own era. He decides to take one of his periodic visits to the year 5708 AD, where he is the solar director of the planet Earth. Solar must be a hard job if he only drops in like once a year or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
Sun's still in the same place where I left it. Okay,
it's all good.
Get it once a year. Sun's in the same place. Okay, go. Solar director. Traveling to this era by means of his power ring. We don't do that much anymore. Time travel by that ring, do we?
No, we don't. And I think for
that's
good
a Silver
obvious reasons.
Yeah, that's a Silver Age trope. A lot of people could time travel into their own power.
Oh,
the Flash can still do it, but it's like Superman could do it.
Yeah, and when the Flash does it, he screws things completely up.
But even in the Silver Age, he had to use like the cosmic treadmill for the most part.
Well, I was thinking DC Comics, from what I've read, reading, comics histories and things like that, were a little bit less, and I'm not saying a lot, but Marvel seemed to be a little more sophisticated at the time, because you were getting, let's see, I think the Spider-Man drug story was around this time, wasn't it?
It might have been a little later because I know we're doing the amazing issues over on Spider-Cast. I think we're going to be in the issues. What is it, like 60 or 70 something? So it might be like early 70s, more like the drug story. Okay. But it's close to this. Yeah.
But they just seem a little more.
I wonder if it's closer to issue 76 or
76.
76. Yeah.
But Marvel, I think at this time, just from what I've read of the stuff that was coming out, you had Fantastic Four, you had Avengers, you had, Iron Man. Actually, I don't know, you may not have had Iron Man yet, because wasn't 69 when they took the Tales to Astonish? They took Iron Man out of Tales to Astonish.
Were him and Cap sharing? What was it? Tales of Suspense, maybe? Yeah, like Captain America started at 100, just kept the Tales of Suspense numbering, and Iron Man got his own number 1. I think it was close. It might have been like 68 or something, but it was pretty close around. Yeah,
I think the Submariner was also like a star in one of them. He got a number 1 around the same time. Sorry, there's a gnat around here. I'm freaking out. No, sorry. I don't know what to do with my hands.
Whoa.
I love the adventures of good old Ricky Bobby.
Marvel with this era, like Spider-Man was very set in the real world. Even Tony Stark was wearing that chest plate to keep him alive and stuff. Meanwhile, DC, I mean, nothing against DC, but DC at this point, it's just like, oh yeah, we're gonna fight somebody one issue. Yep, we're done.
Yep, done. I mean, there was really no
very science fiction-y.
Yeah, not really much of a connecting thread through anything. Although they do tell you that the dude that took over his power ring in the next issue came from like an issue in the 20s or something.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get to that. Okay, sorry.
You think this one's wacky, kids?
Yeah, the whack is just coming.
All right. So 57. Traveling to this era by means of his power ring, Hal stops at the office of the council to find it empty. going to a giant supercomputer he had helped create during a previous visit. Remember that. Hal was told that there is nothing amiss on the planet Earth. Hal tracks down both Dasor and Iona to learn what has been going on and finds that work on the planet Earth has been rendered obsolete by role of the planet's new leader, Gudron. When Hal realizes they are under some sort of trance, he tries to use his power ring to save them. However, before he can succeed, Dasor calls on Gudron to attack Hal. After a pitched battle, the Green Lantern is able to beat Gudron in combat, and he is shocked to see his opponent melt into nothingness following its defeat. Upon Gudron's destruction, everyone on Earth snaps out of being controlled. Hal meets with the Solar Council and informs them that Gudron's intention to have all humans stop working and have the world operate by machine was his goal all along, and that Gudron was a machine as well, but has been unable to determine his origins. Yeah.
Work. No, we don't.
Yes, work makes you hearty and. I know how many times did they pound that in your head? This issue, it's just
yeah.
Work will put hair on your chest and make you strong.
Not at all miserable.
Exactly. God forbid you have free time.
Exactly.
I'm surprised they didn't say 40 hours a week keeps you healthy. Okay. Agreeing, Dasor vows to Green Lantern that they will make sure that humanity will not become fully reliant on machines, always finding leaving the future difficult, especially when it comes to saying goodbye to Iona. Hal decides to slip away and return to his own time quietly. However, is shocked to find that his power ring refuses to allow him to return to his own time. Hoping this time that his next leap will be the leap home.
That you gotta have the you gotta have the drums for that, man.
Going to the Solar Council, he is shocked to find that they are still under a trance again, and he is attacked by Vortan, Gudron's apparent successor. The superior Vortan manages to knock Green Lantern out and then tries to atomize the Emerald Crusader with his atomic ray, but finds that trying to kill Green Lantern is unsuccessful because the creature is unaware that how Green Lantern's ring protects him from mortal harm.
Yeah. So much stuff.
Vortan takes Green Lantern and leads the still obedient Solar Council to the supercomputer, which Vortan reveals as the true mastermind of the whole plot.
Power Ring built supercomputers.
I was going to say, way to go, Hal. You created the villain.
Once again.
The computer then tries to kill Hal with a yellow energy beam. However, Iona's love for the Green Lantern allows her to snap free, oh boy, of the computer's control, and she tries to stop Vortan from killing the man she loves. She fails, however, her brief distraction allows Hal to revive and defeat Vortan, who melts upon defeat, just like Gudron. Hal then travels inside the computer and uses his power ring to cause it to self-destruct, ending its menace forever. When Hal tries to ask Iona how she managed to shake the computer's control, she is coy about her reasoning.
Exactly.
Hal doesn't have time to press her for the real answer, as the 24-hour charge on his ring is about to wear out, and he has to return to the modern era. Returning to the present, Hal begins to wonder if there will ever be a permanent girl in his life.
This does remind me of the hilarious Mark Waid. Hang on. Friend of the show, Mark Waid.
Oh, yeah, Sarah. Hold on. I have so many drops of so many friends we have. Where's here?
Hi, this is Mark Waid, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Where the One Green Lantern he's about to run out of storage, and he tries everything, time travel. He tries everything that he can think of, and then finally he throws the ring into the big. It's like a big hay combine or something, and it destroys it.
Yes.
Yes. So what did you think of this one, Phil?
Wacky. I mean, I remember hearing. I mean, I remember somewhat of the Solar Council and everything, because it's weird, because they show up in like that first issue of 0 Hour, and it's just like, oh, we knew about Hal Jordan's dark faith, and it's just like, really?
Really? Who knew about you? Because whatever.
Maybe could have told him this like decades ago.
Yeah. I mean, whatever, bro.
But with all the crises and everything, I wonder if that future's even still there or not.
Well, aren't all stories happen some now? I guess so.
And this is weird. Isn't that like even further than the Legion's future? So it's kind of weird.
3,000. This is 5,300 or 5,700.
57, yeah, 5708, yeah.
I'm trying to wrap my mind around this one because I'd never read it before. And okay, so I've got a day job, and I'm not gonna, don't have anything to do for the day job. I'm staying in a hotel. The Guardians don't have anything assigned to me at the moment. I can go literally anywhere in the universe, and I'm going to jump to 5708 so I can go hang out with. Whatever.
Yeah.
It's a lot to take in. A whole lot.
Ladies, men will travel far and wide to find that special someone.
That's right.
Many a mile.
700 years.
What?
3,700 years.
Hey, man, he had to travel 3,700 years to find a woman who didn't know his reputation.
That's probably true.
That's Hal Jordan.
Nice. But it was from. I was really interested in how. Again, it was a kind of a sci-fi tale with a obvious lesson and moral for because this was definitely aimed at kids. This was not
Oh yeah,
an attempt to expand the entire medium to include blah 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 and adults and all those things. But I was looking at the way it was built. I mean, most pages were very structured, around 6 panels or 3 panels or even a half-page splash or things like that. So the issue read really quickly, because there's not a lot of panels per page, and there wasn't a lot of it wasn't very dense with text either. So it read really quick. I mean, it was a well put together story. It was just definitely not what we're used to here in 2022.
All right, yeah. Okay. I mean, it's weird because it's like he really doesn't have a personal life, because it's we've got, it seems like there's no supporting cast as for Hal Jordan, and it's like we're really not doing much with that job, because what are you going to do, have him sitting there at a desk or something, so it's like, except for his green. So were they just like trying to cut out everything else and be like, okay, let's focus on all the Green Lantern stuff, who cares about the Hal Jordan stuff for the most part?
Well, if they were going to do that, you would think they would just say, okay, let's go out into space. Let's just not do Hal Jordan stuff, right? Let's just.
I mean, that's kind of what they do now, but I guess that back 1969, they're like, he has to have a secret identity. We have to have some.
Yeah. Yeah, it was. He didn't have enough to do in this time, so he had to go fight bad guys in the future. Kind of wacky. But, this is exactly 10 issues before the landmark, historic
Yes.
Green Lantern, Green Arrow, 76.
Yep. That's right, kids. We're gonna take you all the way up to there. Yeah, we're gonna close out this month with we're gonna go up 75. So
Yeah, what's in 75, Phil?
oregano, the secret spice, oregano.
It'll make sense when we get there, folks.
It will. Or scroll down to some of our earlier issues where we talk about or episodes where we talk about
back in 47 of number.
No, remember, I think it wasn't it when we first talked about it wasn't like issue 39 or something with Olivia Reynolds and Adam Strange and all that. Yeah,
and then it comes back around in the 47 with Green Arrow again. That's right. Yeah,
right before something happened, right before everything went off the rails.
It sapped his willpower. That's the reason.
All right, you want to jump to the next one?
Let's do it.
All right, Green Lantern, number 67. Oh, must be bi-monthly or something. March 1969.
Oh, okay, cool.
So you didn't get nothing in February, kids. All right, here we go. Green Lantern does his ring thing. This time, writer Gardner Fox.
Golden Age. Wrote a lot of Golden Age stuff.
Writer Gardner Fox, penciler Dick Dillon, inker Joe Galea, and editor Julia Schwartz. So the only two returning are the inker and the editor. And then we also get the backup Tales of the Tales of the Power Ring, the first Green Lantern by Gardner Fox, Sid Green, and Julia Schwartz.
Wrath of the First Lantern. Sorry.
All right. So the first story, Green Lantern does his ring thing. Bill Baggett, a criminal that Green Lantern busted months ago, has been riding the rails since he was released from prison, tracking down the Green Lantern. Sensing that the Green Lantern is using his power ring, Baggett surprisingly is able to tap its energies remotely, using his willpower to grant him with fresh clothing and a wad of cash to pay his way for the next few days. As it turns out, while Baggett has been in prison, he has been practicing how to use his willpower and has figured out a way to command Green Lantern's power ring from afar whenever the hero uses its power.
That's an interesting trick.
From a distance, Will. When Green Lantern, who is ironically staying in the same hotel as Bill.
Okay, yeah, he is a hotel traveler, isn't he?
Yes. Tries to stop some crooks from robbing a safe. Bill exerts his willpower to transport stolen loot to his hotel room, and on a lark uses his willpower to trip up the Green Lantern's attempt at stopping the crooks by forcing his power ring to subdue the hero instead of the crooks. Hal manages to free himself and capture the crooks, and when he questions them later, they swear they had nothing to do with the ill effects on his power ring.
And we're also like, dude, we just were like told we had to do it. We don't know why.
Yeah. We were compelled.
Yes.
While out on patrol, Green Lantern uses his power ring to put out a fire, giving Bill another opportunity to collect stolen money using the Green Lantern's own power ring.
We need the money. Gimme.
Exactly.
Later, as Hal Jordan, Green Lantern asked the hotel clerk if he would cash his paycheck, as he had no time to go to the bank to do so. Examining the money he is given, Hal realizes that two of the bills have the exact serial number on them. Scanning them with his power ring, he learns the truth and goes after Baggett.
Wow. So you're looking at serial numbers of 20s like you do.
Dude, he's sitting in a hotel room bored, okay?
Okay.
It's 1969. There's no internet. There's probably, 2 channels on the TV. He's bored. Let me look at these serial numbers. Hey, wait a minute.
Hey.
What if my ring can make this money talk to me?
Yeah, and it can.
Yes, the ring created us.
Wackiness ensued. Or if you've been watching Star Trek, It sounds dangerously close to hijinks.
Yes. Hal goes after Baggett as the Green Lantern. However, Bill is able to create objects to defend himself, eventually opting to put a protective shield around himself to prevent the Green Lantern from capturing him. The Emerald Gladiator manages to outsmart Baggett by commanding some of the Power Ring created money in Bill's pockets to explode, knocking him out. Green Lantern then recovers all the stolen loot and turns Baggett over to the police. Inflation, kids, inflation.
Yeah. So, and his solution is, let's make sure we keep him away from my ring. What? Really? No.
Wasn't he commanding it from a distance?
He just has to be close. I guess. Let's just keep him far enough away so he can't do it. That's not a solution. What? Yeah. Okay.
Should have dropped his ass in a sign cell.
That's right. Back on Oa.
Exactly. All right, I'm looking this up. Did this guy ever show up again? Ooh. Okay, Baggett's first appearance was Green Lantern 18. His last appearance was Green Lantern 101.
Wow. Okay. So he comes back again.
So I don't know if he comes back between now and then, but he's going to make at least one more appearance.
Wow. Okay, interesting. And that's after Green Lantern and Green Arrow, the hard traveling heroes. So that would be actually that is up there in Space Traveling Heroes, the hardcover.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to check this. I hope there's a scene of Oliver Queen just yelling at this guy. Oh, you think about his money? I had money. It doesn't solve anything.
Exactly.
Yes.
Give it all away. Go join a monastery.
Or give it to charity, bro. So, Will, any other thoughts on this story, or do you want to get to
the backup?
The first Green Lantern.
Let's just say that wackiness ensued, and let's move to the next one.
Okay. All right, kids. So yeah, the backup. Tales of the Power Ring, the first Green Lantern. Centuries ago.
I have a question for you before we get started.
Yeah.
In Wrath of the First Lantern, which I have not read.
It's been a while since I've read it, but yeah.
Was Volthoom the first Lantern, according to Jeff Johns? Is that right? Was that his name?
I can't. It might. Maybe it's been a while since I read those. So.
But it's not this guy's name, right?
Yeah. No, I don't think so. Yeah, it wasn't ringing a bell, but it's been a few years. We'll get there eventually.
Yeah, we will. We will.
We'll be able to reference backward. Remember summer of '69 back in 2022?
That's right.
All right. Centuries ago on the planet Rogira, there lived two intelligent alien races divided by a field of lava. The warlike starfish aliens known as the Rulans and the Jiren, a peaceful people. The lava kept the two races separate until one day, one of the Rulans manages to cross over and attack the Jirens, who were not used to the ways of war. One of their number, named Rory Dag, would lead a counterattack, attacking the beast with his bare hands. Even facing possible death, Rory Dag fought on. Viewing this battle, the Guardians of the Universe determined that Rory Dag was the most noble and brave of his people and appeared to offer him the first of many power rings and power batteries. He uses his power ring to create a catapult that launches the monster back to its own side of the world. Having won his baptism... Oh, God, here we go. Having won his baptism of fire... Get it, lava?
Yeah.
Rory Dag is inducted into a group of the Guardians dubbed the Green Lanterns and fashion an emblem on his chest that soon became the mark of all the Green Lantern Corps members. and they model every uniform going forward off what he was wearing that day.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. I think somebody at DC was bitten by a starfish. You know, I mean, there's got to be some psychic trauma there because, I mean, again, starfish, right?
Starro.
Yeah,
He was the Loki. He started it all. The Justice League.
that's right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were, oh my God, I feel so bad. You were so hyped that we're like, yeah, we're going to be talking some Hal Jordan. Now you're just like, yeah, Hal Jordan.
Yeah.
Insurance.
No, it seems, you know, why would the Guardians do this? You know, we're looking out and we're doing, you know, they don't, was this a test? I mean, it just seems so like, you know, there's left field.
Yeah.
And then there's like light years beyond left field. I think that's where this comes from.
I mean, I think you could headcanon it where maybe this is the point where, like, you know, maybe 2 days ago, they're like, oh yeah, maybe that Manhunters thing isn't working. Maybe we need some more, you know.
Yeah.
So they started scouring the universe, and this is the first guy they came across. And they're like, hey man, this guy's pretty handy. I think, let's give the first ring to him.
Yeah, and you know, hey, look, it's an easy way to demonstrate because these red starfish turn yellow for a little while.
Yes.
Which they actually never did in the printing that I have. Did they do it? They turned yellow when he was fighting them. I think he turned yellow, but I was like, wait, he's still red. I don't know. It may have been a misprint or something.
I don't remember. It might have. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. It was on the app. I think they did, but maybe that was just my selective memory.
These stories were very much of a different era.
Silver Agey.
Yes, very Silver Agey. And I don't necessarily I don't know, man. I got nothing.
but again, have they made a mistake? Or again, it's just like, you know, this is the era where everyone has a secret identity, but basically Hal's is just like, oh man, work's over, time to be Green. You know, he could be Green Lantern as long as it doesn't no menace rears its head between 9 and 5, I guess.
Yeah, who knows?
Because like both issues, maybe it'll change as we, you know, later this month. But so far, these first 2 issues, it's like, oh, work's over, time to be Green Lantern.
Yeah, gotta go charge it up and travel to the future.
And again, if he wants to take a holiday to the future, why doesn't he take his power battery with him? I know. And again, it's time travel. You could spend the whole weekend there and come back like 5 minutes after you left.
Yes, but remember, the ring is still only 24 hours of.
Yes. Well, again, that's why you take your battery with you.
Exactly.
Oh, you know what? Headcanon. Were there any Green Lanterns in this era? If there's no central, you know, maybe this is like the 592nd time the central battery's been destroyed. So would the battery work in the future? I don't know.
That's a very good point.
Are there Green Lanterns in the future? Because, you know, no one looks at Hal and goes, oh, hey, Green Lantern. Everyone's just like, oh, hey, Solar Director.
Yeah.
Nice mask you got there.
I got from the cover, I got vibes from the Legion crossover that we just had, you know, Green Lantern, Public Enemy #1. I was like, I bet you they were pulling that from this, which is kind of cool, but.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Ron Mars was doing subtle little nods to
Who
fell? Ron Mars. You are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Our other friend of the show, Ron Mars, I know.
Nice. Wow. You know, I still, one of these days, I want to do a read through where I just sit down and I start with Showcase 22 and all of those yellow lamps and just go through it. I don't know. We may have been talking about this, but I was looking through the Green Lantern issues post 106. I think that's where Space Traveling Heroes hardcover. I think that's where that stops its reprint.
Okay.
And there are huge swaths of those issues where Green Lantern doesn't even get a full story because there's always a backup, and there's an Adam Strange backup or Tales of the Green Lantern Corps or something. I mean, there are very few issues where he gets a full issue. And I just thought it was really weird. I mean, we got a Tale of the Green Lantern Corps in this one. Well, Tale of the Power Ring, I guess, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, but DC would do that for the longest time. Like the Flash would have a lot of backups. You know, eventually Hal would become a backup in the Flash, and DC seemed to do that a lot. It's like from now, even like through the 70s and like 80s up until like Crisis. Yeah.
And then Crisis. Well, I think it ended around. I don't think that there were any backups after 200. I think there were some in the 170s, maybe 180s. And that's about the time Crisis hits is in the 180s, because I think Gardner comes back around, 180 something?
Something, yeah. Well, yeah, because, I don't think they had time for backups, because it's like, John Stewart takes over, and we're still following Hal around. Then we're dropping Gardner in here. And then after 200, they do that whole Green Lantern Corps. So we're following, 6-7 Green Lanterns around. So like, there ain't no time for backup.
Exactly. And then they go to Action Comics Weekly.
Was that Will? Action Comics what?
I didn't say nothing. Man, I didn't say nothing. Oh, Action Comics Weekly. I mean, bravo for the editors and the creative teams that managed to do that weekly for like a year.
Yeah, almost a year.
Man.
What? Yeah, Yellow saves Oprah Winfrey. What? Well, what?
I got nothing, man. I got nothing.
All right. So, anything else, or should we wrap this up?
I'm kind of curious if we see this Green Lantern that first appeared, the first Green Lantern, if we ever see him again.
Oh yeah, I wonder. I was gonna say, I wonder if they do any.
Again?
Hold on. I think I should still have this. Yeah, let me see. His name is. Let me just scroll down here. Come on. It is Rory Dag, Rori, and then DAG.
Here we go. Rory Dag of New Earth was the first Green Lantern chosen by the Guardians of the Universe for his bravery. As commemorative spot, he has a commemorative spot in the crypt of the Green Lantern Corps. Billions of years after his death, he was briefly resurrected as part of the Black Lantern Corps. Holy crap! Jeff Johns brought him back.
Yes, because I'm sure we'll get here eventually. But yes, it says they show his death in Green Lantern Sinestro Corps Secret Files and Origins #1 from February 2008.
Wow, we will get to that, and we will. I am shocked and amazed. Wow. All right. Very cool.
So yes, kids. So people were plumbing these important stories for material.
That is correct.
All right, kids. All right. Anything else, Will?
Hope next week's a little different. I
don't know how different. I don't know how different it's going to be because, of course, next week Summer 69 continues with Green Lantern 68 and 69.
Dude.
Oh my God, that's what it'll be like. Look, are you gonna show up? She'll be like, man. I'll be like, come on. Oh, this Silver Age Hal Jordan is wacky.
Oh yeah, there are hijinks.
He traveled he traveled almost 4,000 years into the future to try to get women. Come on.
That's right. Now, that's Hal Jordan, right?
All right. So, yes, kids, next week is Green Lantern 68 and 69 from 1969. As Summer of 69 marches on.
That's right. And well, if Lilith shows up, we'll have the trifecta. We'll have Lilith, Summer 69, and issue 69.
Oh, yes, full power. All right. So, yes. So, send your thoughts, kids. Again, these things have been collected all over the place. They're on the DC Universe Infinite app. So, yes, there's access to these all over the place. So, email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. Oh, I should tell Ray. Now that he has the app, I should be like, man, you should read some of this Silver Age Hal Jordan, man. It's nuts.
It's nuts.
All right, kids. So, yes. So, follow Sector 2814, the Green Lantern Podcast, on Facebook, on Twitter. Find links to all the social medias and Facebook fan groups, including the Green Lantern fan group. Again, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Everything we do, including all these Summer of 69 episodes, will be on YouTube. So, smash that subscribe button so you don't miss one episode of Summer of 69.
Smash it.
And of course, subscribe to the Patreon. Again, we are just humble insurance salesmen and women. We are not independently wealthy. So yes, subscribe to the Patreon. Every little bit helps, but $3 to $5 gets you early access to creator interviews, including once a month. Lilith and I talk to the master himself, Mr. D.G. Chichester.
I got the good mic out for you guys.
And superhero movie brackets. We will find the worst superhero movie of all time, and it will kill me.
I hope not.
I hope not either. But yes, June will be Superman 3 versus Superman 4. We're in the middle of our DC rounds right now. And then in July, catch that man with us over there as we pit the Green Lantern movie against Halle Berry's Catwoman.
Man, I don't know how you've been doing this. That's going to be a rough.
Welcome to my pain, William. So find links to all that and Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics Sidekicks merch. Find it all at Linktree, linktr.ee/Capes and Lunatics. And of course, remember, follow the best of us, Matt Kona, at Matt Kona, MATTKONA, on all social media. Oh my God, we need to get him back here for some of these 1969 issues. All right. Master of the Core, Hal Jordan's #1 fanboy, although he's kind of hard pressed to claim that title tonight. Master of the Quantum Zone, master of the Kickstarter, master, of course, of the crossover division.
Awesome, you got your copy.
That's right. All right. So, where can people find you and all of your wisdom, William?
I don't know if it's wisdom, it's something. But you can find me at Walred, that's at WALLRED at Gmail and Twitter and Facebook and other social media that I might not even remember that I've set up. So also you can find all the information you want about Crossover Division at crossoverdivision.com. And if you want to sign up to be notified when we launch our Kickstarter for #4, which is coming up in a couple of weeks, you can go to crossoverdivision.com/KS or crossoverdivision.com/Kickstarter. And you can check out Diary of Night at diaryofnight.com. And I also co-host another show with writer Kevin Joseph called Explain Yourself, where we talk to comics Kickstarter creators who have live projects and just kind of go over those projects with them, because we both publish our stuff through Kickstarter because it's a pretty awesome platform for us. And then finally, if you want to find out more information about Quasar, and who doesn't, go check out the Quantum Zone at quantumzone.org.
Seems like I'm getting a package every other day.
That's right.
I'll put it in my navel.
Hey, boys, you look at the party. I love the party.
I have to hit it tonight.
I, of course, love Hal Jordan.
Sometimes it's hard.
Hey! Who are okay? Lil, is that you?
Suck it, Miller.
All right, kids. So yes, Thank you for joining us for the very first episode of Summer of 69. Again, stay tuned for all the Capes and Lunatics and Capes and Lunatics sidekick shows. Well, everything dealing with comics anyway. So, yes. Marvel, DC, we're going to be covering a ton of it. Batman, Nightwing, Justice League, Spider-Man, Daredevil. On Capes, we're going to be doing Hulk. And then Charlie and I are on the Avengers show. We're going to be covering Thor 1969. So
cool. Was it still Journey into Mystery, or has it become Thor?
No, it's the Thor book. Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right, kids. Again, come back next time, and remember, you think you got to go through a lot to find a woman? Good night.